Okay guys, so this is my last attempt at a antenna mod without having to do a firmware update. I told everyone I would go through all the antennas that they possibly had. This is the eBay one that used to have the little black Wi-Fi plastic box around it. I removed that, and I only saw a couple people that said they got good range out of this setup. I actually lost range, so for me the eBay was kind of a joke. So far my best outstanding one here was the stock antennas, and that was after I mounted these on top of the controller up here where the holes were that I drilled. And now I've got the Dustin DuMille the 1.5 mile range ones on here, and obviously I have a controller that is one of the newer ones, and the firmware probably is going to need an update to get any kind of range out of it. But that's not, I'm not really even going for the range. I'm looking for the FPV to be better, because it seems to me that the FPV falls off a lot, and at 120 meters up in the air, I start losing signal, and it wants to constantly go into return to home because it's losing 2.4. So, you know, let's hope this mod does the trick. Everything's in there, everything's corrected. Now look guys, some people are hating on me like, oh, you shouldn't be an RF engineer, blah blah blah. Guys, I'm just trying things that people are telling me to do here. I'm all game for giving everything a shot. The tinfoil down the middle of the controller to stop reception interference. All of it, guys, just to show you what works and what doesn't. So, I mean, there's a reason that I'm doing all this, you know? That way you guys have an idea as to what works and what fails, you know? So here we go. This is the big expensive antenna everybody's been talking about for like 30 bucks or whatever the hell it was. A 14 dBi XDMA model. All the good stuff. As you can see, it's installed properly. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this controller back together, and we're going to go take a flight and see what happens. What's going on, guys? Just got done with my flight. I'm at work now, and didn't have time to do my talk at the house, so I'm doing it here. So this is what I've come up with. The eBay kit is junk. It sucks. Okay? I did get way better range out of the Dustin DuMille kit, or whatever the hell it is, the XDA model. For FPV, I was able to go way further out, a lot higher. However, I'm still held down by the restrictions. But what's weirding me out is that my drone does not seem to have height restrictions, only distance. That to me is kind of strange that that's the case. Yeah, so not going to say how high we went. I'm just going to say that apparently it doesn't have height restrictions. It only has distance, because at 160 meters out, it stops. And it stops because either, number one, I'm losing reception, or number two, that's what it's set for, to stop at and start returning to home, even if you continue trying to push into it. So the FPV did make it out to 160 meters. Which is kind of a joke if you guys think about it. Some of these people are getting crazy distances. I'm getting 160 meters and that's it. And then it's like, well, I don't want to do anymore, so we're just going to stop there. Hubsan, man, come on. Come on. Come on. Like, let's get this firmware update thing going here, because I'm buying all these antennas, and so far my favorite has been the OEM antennas, and that shouldn't be the case. I'm putting all these antennas on there, and they're high gain antennas, and this is what I will tell you about my experience right now with having the restrictions and having the high gain antenna on there, is that yes, it goes up, yes, it goes out, but if you're trying to do close quarters flying on the ground and around things, the patch antenna is not where you want to have on there, because with the restrictions on there, it makes the FPV signal drop and come in and drop and come in if you're low to the ground. If you're high up, then the high gain panel seems to work great. But when you're low to the ground with that high gain panel on there, and you have the restrictions, then for whatever reason, it seems to really want to drop in and out of signal. And the only way to keep it really in signal is to follow it with the patch antenna. You just got to keep moving the controller the same way the quad's moving, which is an annoyance, because with the stock OEM one on there, I don't have to do that. I can fly it just sitting down somewhere without having to chase it with the controller. You know what I'm saying? In direction change, I don't have to do that. So there's ups to this, there's downs to this, okay? I'm still waiting for Superflyer to be released by Hubsan. And once that happens, I'm going to be one happy camper. So, anyways, guys, my favorite antenna so far is the OEM in the current situation that I'm in. OEM seems to be the best. However, I am going to leave those on there because I'm not going to be doing much FPV flying. So I'm just going to leave the Dustin Dumal ones on there, the XDA model antennas and the SMA, because it has no problem going up to the heights that I normally like to go to. And to be honest with you, with this kit, it has allowed me to exceed some of the heights I want to go to. So we're gravy there. I'm just going to leave this kit on there for now, and then hopefully when the update comes around, we update, everything goes smooth, everything's gravy. But anyways, guys, this is Drone Worship. That's my experience. The eBay one is complete trash. Do not mess with the eBay one, because obviously after putting this $30 one on there, I'm seeing a major difference. Before I was only getting 60 meters out of the eBay antenna, and now I'm getting 160 meters, so big difference, I would say. That just goes to show you that the eBay one is really junk. Yeah, so. All right, guys, Drone Worship, and I'm out. Toodaloo.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Can't do it.